Palantir announced their earnings post-market on Monday. They met expectations for the quarter, swinging to a profit as revenue rose by double-digit percentages. The software maker announced a new $1 billion share buyback and said the scale of the opportunity in AI has increased significantly in recent months. Now, it was the third straight month of profit. Commercial revenue rose 10%, while government-related revenue rose 15%. Palantir also said they're talking to more than 300 additional enterprises about using Palantir's AI platform. Its customer count grew 38% from a year ago, including 35% increase from a year ago in the U.S. commercial customers. All right, before we get into the analysis, let's look at a quick article that's coming from CNBC. Palantir reports 13% revenue growth, issues guidance that tops estimates. And we already talked about some of the numbers. I want to get into what the CEO, Alex, had to say regarding the quarter. So they say, we anticipate that we will become eligible for inclusion in the S&P 500 after we report our financial results for Q3 in early November. That would be very, very huge. And just a play on that, you might want to consider investing in the stock. The CEO, Alex Karp, wrote in a letter to shareholders, at that point, we will have been profitable for a cumulative basis over the preceding 4 quarters. So I guess that's one of the key criteria for being eligible for the S&P 500. Again, this is big because what companies do is they'll just invest in the index, and which means that they have to buy all 500 stocks. So that would be a huge influx of capital going into Palantir if they are and become a member of the S&P 500. Now, in the past, government revenue made up the bulk of their sales. They're trying to branch away from just having government revenue and trying to commercialize their AI platform, and that should occur in the future. Government revenue accounted for 57% of total sales during the quarter. Palantir announced a contract from the U.S. Special Operations Command that could be worth up to $463 million. The company's fastest area of growth was international government revenue, which increased 31% to $76 million. This is the CEO, Alex, talking again. I believe this transformation will change the GDP of America and that Palantir will participate in that, in the delta difference between where the GDP is now and where it will get to, powered by unique technologies that are almost exclusively being built in the U.S. and are being adopted more rapidly. All right, so let's get into the analysis now. You can see in the pre-market, shares are trading down roughly 40 cents. That's no big deal, as price did gap higher into this weekly sellers level, and now it's just kind of pulling back. Let's go to the monthly chart. And you can see how price had this nice reversal, kind of traced out the highs and the lows, and pretty much when price made this first high low, that was an indication that price was about to turn. You could also see how you had this 13 weekly simple moving average turning up, which was another indication. So this is just pretty much the accumulation phase. And as you can see, price did form a monthly buyer's level, but it wasn't, you usually want to see explosive moves higher before it pulled back. This was a shallow leg out before it pulled back. All right, this was the monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. And price came into a beautiful weekly sellers level at 1850. All right, this level is now used up, meaning price penetrated more than 100% of the zone, but we didn't get any closes above, so it still makes this zone somewhat valid. But I anticipate price now moving higher in the subsequent weeks. All right, let's go down to the daily chart. I want to look at current price and go up and to the left, see if there's any levels of interest. All right, you have this gap down from earnings, then another gap down occurred the following day. All right, so I'm going to mark off the $26 level as the level of interest. You can see how price bounced off yesterday prior to earnings. This $17 level, which was where the previous pivot highs were. So we're going to see if this level holds. However, I would prefer the stock to crash into the monthly bias level at 14. That's where I would consider buying. As at that point, price will be selling at a discount. And again, price will be supported by this monthly bias level, again at 14. So I'm going to leave the weekly sellers level at 1850 on, although the level is used up, till we get a close above it on the weekly chart. I will then remove it. So earnings was decent. You would think in pre-market price would be trading up. However, you got to think about the move from the December lows. You know, price is up almost 300%. So pullback is warranted. And we really haven't gotten that pullback since May. Had a shallow pullback, but that wasn't a real pullback. So you get closes above the weekly sellers level at 1850. If you get closes on the weekly chart above 19, then you want to find an entry in a smaller time frame to ride it up to the $26 level. If we get a more of a definitive pullback to close to that monthly bias level at 14, that'll also be a great opportunity to buy to go long. Again, the target remains $26. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.